Hello, everyone. First up, my name is Ofentse Manchidi, and I'm the founder and the neopreneur slash CEO of Neobreed. So this is Neobreed Television Network, and I'm with my good friend here and my fellow colleague, which we have been doing a lot of work together for some time now. I will just allow him just to introduce himself. But what brings us here today, as people in the world, is that we want to host a brand new show with my good fellow here, and the show is going to be called Human Centricity in the Neo World. As some of you might know or might not know, that we are trying to build a new world order. If you are an entrepreneur or a business owner, you might know that there's a lot of ideas within the space that don't serve us, as the participant of the ecosystem. And most of us are just always trying to deviate from those ways of doing things, and always trying to innovate, always trying to stay ahead of the curve. So in this conversation, me and my good fellow are going to have a conversation around that. With the advent of AIs, with the advent of really cool stuff in the space, how do we navigate around them to suit for them to suit us, and us not running away from our human ways of doing things. So Michael Magrutsche here will just elaborate more on that. He's an expert in the field, and I trust that we're going to have a really awesome conversation and learn from each other and draw inspiration from each other. Let me give it up to Michael just to introduce himself and also introduce our topic of the day, which is human centricity in the new world. Michael, it's the baton is onto you.
Thanks, Ofentse. Good to see you again.
Likewise.
It is it is not that we want to eradicate anything, or I want to make that really clear. It's not, oh, systems are bad. No, they're not updated. We want to human-centrically update systems, or help systems they want to be updated. The systems that don't want to be updated, they have to be go in bankruptcy. The thing is, what is that word? What they use so much? Disturbed or disrupted. The people love for its disruption, which is basically an update, and everybody embraces it. But we want to do it gently, elegantly, and with awareness, because every human is one of one. And the scientist says you have your own DNA, your own fingerprints, your own eyes. And also what they don't tell you is that we have 8 billion life perspectives. And so I cannot say, Ofentse, this is what you should do. And Ofentse cannot tell me what to do. We can just dance with each other, expanding our perception. And in that, do whatever we do. Let's say I do whatever, bicycles, and Ofentse does clothes, and we talk to each other, expanding our perspectives. And then Ofentse does better clothes, and I do better bicycles. It is the uniqueness, and we can't know everything, because systemically you're supposed to know everything. You should do, I know marketing, I should this, or you have a specialist and whatever. This is not the power. The power is we both talk to each other, and by talking, we find clearer ways of contributing with our product, like my bicycles and Ofense's clothes. So it's a very simple thing. And it's very, also human-centric is something we have because we are part of nature and we are part of all others. So we have that. It's not something we have to completely know, and now you have to learn how AI works. We don't have to do that. When there's specialists for AI, but you gotta know in what direction you're gonna go. How can you be fulfilled? Because if you work and hate your job and says, yeah, I want to do bicycles, and you hate it, why are you doing bicycles? You could just get stressed, you get sick, and you can't actually do a good job, because the more stressed you are, and the world is sadly stressed, everyone in this world is stressed with money, meaning money equals survival. It pushes all the humans in a corner. And when the human is in the corner, you know that from animal. When you push an animal, the cutest animal is biting you when you push him in the corner. You cannot think rational anymore. You cannot do the right job, a good job anymore. You know that when you stress people and push them too hard, they can't do a good job anymore. They just do the minimum they can. And that's what we want to do. That's what we want to. Go ahead.
And then how do we then like, I feel like this is a really a conversation that is always had in most industries, that how do I, as an industry participant, how do I, like every day when I wake up and go to work, how do I, before getting to work, try to remind myself that I am me. Outside of this job, I'm going to a job, and in the job I'm going to be faced with multiple tools. I'm going to be faced with multiple ways of rendering my service to the company. How do I then come out of that, of every single tool that I have to use on the daily basis? How do I then come out of that and not be used by the tool, and use the tool to my advantage, and be human within the tool? Because I think that is our conversation, that we need to be human centric in every single occurrence, especially in our world. How would you then advise us to not be inundated with systems thinking, but to be reminded that we are humans, and every system that we get ourselves into must be for the benefit of our growth, for the benefit of our development as humans? Or like, how would you advise a certain individual that wants to move away from that and adopt a new way of thinking?
Okay, it's really, you said it perfectly. It's just a new way. It's not a mindset. It's a new awareness that you have, that we all have. And the biggest stress for disease and everything is making decisions, systemic decision. In human, if I don't like you, I'm not going hanging out with you. If I like you, but in systems, you have to speak with people that you don't like. You have to do certain things that are not that fluid, because humans is more fluid when you work with humans. But when you work systemically, it's different. So one trick is, and we can put that in the link, in the thing, in your talk, our talk. First of all you need to know is this talk. This talk will make you clear about system relevance and human centricity. You need to look at your life from both sides. One thing is what we are by nature, human centricity. We are 8 billion people, 8 billion views of life perspectives. And then system is generalized. All the male, all the female, all this race, all the experts in AI. It's always generalized. But it makes the generalization so strong that the human centricity, the humanness, people don't care. It becomes so, and this is where we came, because system didn't update. And so we come now, and the system live of the work and the dedication of humans, but they're not really really effective, because we find out, for example, the 4-day work week is, when you actually put it down and give more human-centric time for themselves, that actually it was more effective a 4-day work week than a 7-day work week or a 6-day work week, all day long, because we have to reset. Humans have to reset. That's why we sleep. That's why we play. That's why we need to look in nature. That's why we need to rest. because we have to reset. That's not lazy. That's resetting, because system is constantly, the system relevance is always pushing you. And it's okay to be pushed. That's all fine. But if the system doesn't understand, and it's run by humans, that it doesn't understand humans need rest. They need to be human. And when you have a human-centric interaction in your company, it's fun. We play around, we joke around, and we know we want to be the new AI factory. We want to be the new this, but we have fun with it. We play, because it's also proven that the stricter and serious you are in a company, the least creative you are. So the more creative, the more people play around. And I'm not saying just play around for playing, but whatever you do, do it in a play. So if we gonna invent something new for AI, do it in a play form. And it's Ofentse, I need this at 5 o'clock exactly. And if you don't, that stress makes you not effective. And I know you especially, but if you push you in the corner, I don't know. If you push me in the corner, I couldn't speak like right now. And we were screwing around to get this all going. And I could say, I could be very system relevant and say, Ofentse, you're not prepared. And I could put you down. It's equal. If we all do it together, and by doing together, we make it happen. This wouldn't happen. Right, Ofentse, we had problems, right, to make this happen. Technical problems. And if I would say, if I'm system relevant, say, Ofentse, I don't have more time. I can't do it. I only have a half an hour. And that's just you have to make systems more human centric. And then the systems really become effective. We know that too.
Yeah, and also I think you touched on a very important note that we struggled, for us to be where we are right now. We had to pull certain strings. We're having system issues, as the saying goes.
Yeah.
And of course, we are humans. We were trained from birth to always, be mindful of our families and always take care of each other and make sure that we are all in good states. And now things have really evolved. Some might say for the better, or some might say for the worst. And we have to be, within a system for us to make sure that we're able to do meaningful work and able to produce, creatively directed work. I'm a creative, I manage, creatives, and I work with entrepreneurs, and most of them are always, always reluctant to adopt, new systems. They're always reluctant to adopt new ways of doing, business or doing, everyday, duties. How will I then, as a business owner, come out of this conversation and go to my office space? Myself, as Ofentse, I have my own community, and we love to adopt new principles, new ways of doing stuff, which is that we have to be fresh, we have to always be relevant, and we must always update ourselves with new ways of doing stuff within our own principles. If I, as a business owner like myself, I'm Ofentse the entrepreneur, how do I then go out and speak to my team members and try to let them move away from always being inundated with systems thinking, and try to allow them to a smooth transition into human centricity, which is that as you were taught from birth, that you need to take care of your sister, you need to take care of your brother, so that they don't have critical illnesses, they don't have anything to stop them from doing their everyday chores. How do I then take them back to that same old human centric thinking?
So first of all, it's given. You don't have to remind yourself, I have to take care of my daughter, I have to take care of my family. That's given. That's natural from you. You don't have to adapt, you don't have to learn, you don't have knowledge. What you have to be, though, is how to be human in a system that humans created. You know, nature is way more than a system. Any systems are very limited, as a matter of fact. There's no, you know, even Google cannot do everything. And you know, even the biggest companies can't do everything. So you gotta always see the human systems are supposed to serve humans. So if I'm making bicycles, I want to make the most comfortable, nicest bicycles that humans loved it. You know, where a soft seat. I'm not thinking about, I'll get a cheap seat that's hard, and then I sell the bike and make more profit. That's the problem. I'm gonna sell it more expensive and make a seat that is really cushy, nice handlebars, nice thing, and make an experience, the experience with that product. And it doesn't matter. Same with AI. If I can talk to AI like to a human, or if I can do technology, but the problem is with system, they update in layers. So they start very simple for free. Everybody uses because it's simple. It's so simple, and use it. And then it gets more. I mean, look at Microsoft Word. Look at Microsoft Office. It's like one layer after the other. And then you need experts to actually do the program for you. So that's why it's very important that you look at human history. We are human centric. You cannot push that first. You cannot push that second. It says, no, first I have to make money. First I have to be system relevant, and then I am human centric. That doesn't work. So when also human centricity is like gravity. It always makes your decisions easy. So I have talked to 50 different leadership, teamwork, art, promotion, marketing. I've literally the topic. I would say, how can you be an expert? I'm not an expert in any. I'm not an AI person and whatever. I am not. But I can say, I have the right question. I said, what is the human-centric question? We know AI is helping all the systems to get better and easier, right? It makes us better worker bees. But the computer made us better worker bees. Before the computer, we make 5 to 8 times more output per person after the computer. Now it's going to be 100 times more output per person. Now, and I look at this human-centrically, I said, do we really need all that product? Because currently in the West, we have too much product and too much services. So we literally don't have the time to buy new products or to get the new service. Even if you sell me a course, Ofentse, if you sell me a course, I said, oh my God, Ofentse told me about this. It's so gonna be good. I don't have the time to do it. You know, I can pay you, okay, but I don't have the time to do it. So that we need to look at that. And this is when you look at human-centrically at an issue. And not just, oh, what we can do, market for everything. Market is taken away from one and give it into the other. It's not like opening a new market that never, unless you have a new product that nobody has and wants. But really, on the bottom line is that we're hurting ourselves when we try to reverse engineer what humans need and want systemically. Just think, what would humans want in a car? What would humans want when they have a service like FedEx or UPS? What would they like? Would they like to have to throw the thing just right in front of the door and it's all damaged? Or would you like to get the driver get out and put it there and have some human centricity? See, it's what really we buy is, you know, we even look at cars and say, what resonates with my uniqueness? Not to get, we're not engineering a car that everybody should buy. That's you can't generalize unique humans. We are all humans. That's our common denominator, but we're all unique. And therefore, we don't generalize one. I'm going to give all the South African people the same. That is such an offense to us, because South African people are not the same. That is, for me as a human, an offense. to say, I take care of the South African people. I'm going to sell them all that. Yeah. Right. And that's the problem. We got to think whatever you want to do. If you want to sell a bicycle, an AI, if you want to do it, what is the human-centric way that I want to get it? Because I know every single human is different. You know, that's why it's so important. All issues look at human-centric, system relevant, and when you can get that, and I wrote an article and you can include that, that is very easy. And you listen to this, what we're talking right now here, you will get a feeling, and I guarantee you that. I guarantee if you get that, if you get it and understand it, your life will be 50% easier, because decision making, and that's why you wanted that's why the radio thing and the TV is so important, because it targets exactly that human-centric purpose. So not you got to hire this, you got to do this, you got to do this system, like, but saying, understand when you do marketing, understand this, you know, how humans react to it, and what it should do, you know, because we cannot just magically say, okay, I'm going to want to sell 10,000 things more. You must have the only one product that nobody has, because everything is already done. So you can make it more human-centric. So if I have a bottle opener, it's a simple thing, and that's so nice to, every time I want to drink a beer, I just touch it and it opens. You feel it. You feel it. When I explain it to you, you feel it. And that's the power of human centricity, because I talk to you not as all humans. I'm talking to you as humane. And you cannot say, oh, because he's a different race, therefore I'm going to tell him that. No, I'm just saying a regular bottle opener, yeah, can be phenomenal. Whatever, a car, a color, you know, it's in a different color. So let's say there's some products, they're always in black or gray or green, and you want to say, no, I want to make a red one, you know, and see that you get attention, the human-centric attention, as well as people say, I want a little fun in my life, a little color, because color is also human-centric. Color is very human-centric. So that's why the dance, and it's dancing with humans, is not giving them say of dancing. That's what you have to do. You don't have, nobody knows what another person needs to do. We are all one of one. So we need to dance with every, and that's what you do with your family. When you grow up, you dance with your family. You know, this guy's a little stronger. You know, this guy's a little weaker. This guy's funny, you know, and you just dance with them. And you're not judging them and say, oh, this is always serious. And it doesn't matter. What does it do? Nothing. You got to dance with all of them. And when you dance even with a mean person and you argue, you dance with him. You don't push him down. You dance. Let's talk about it. What? I understand you're pissed. I see it. You're very upset. So let's talk about it. Let's tell me why you're pissed. All of a sudden, you're dancing with him. There's a difference between dancing with a human or dictating what they have to do, because you are denying not only you castrating and neuter every human that you generalize. If I say in your race, if all people are like that, I can't even say that, because I've experienced, you know, I experienced every race. I can't even say that anymore. But a lot of people haven't experienced, and they think all white people are great. All this is this, you know, everybody is, because they generalize it systemically, and this is our harm, because we are one family. We can't get out. We're sitting in the same boat, and to really enjoy this life and not be bored, because if we're all the same, it's boring. You just everyone and just be fulfilled and happy like we are right now. I'm very happy to talk to you, Ofentse. You know?
Likewise, and I think also our viewers, I hope with that they're also enjoying this conversation as much as I am. And also, I want us to just, you know, move away from this, from what you were just teaching us, and into a different, you know, arena, or into a different approach. Like you said, that we can't run away from our families. Even though some days they might painstake us, they might be really tough to work with. Why? Because all of us have our own unique ways of approaching life.
Mhm.
So then, how do like how do I, as a human being in society, try to connect as much as possible with my family members and try to educate them, apart from dancing with them and trying to teach them how I do my stuff in my business. How do I then teach them and have them adopt my way
You
of
are
doing?
the best teaching. The best teaching in the world is being the example. That's the best teaching. And all the spiritual people said that, and it's you show him, and they say, I want that. What Ofentse has, I want that. They see me, they say, you're always up, you always have energy. I said, yeah, because I'm chasing fulfillment versus successful goals, because that's not being here. See, the systemic conditions you have a lot of success, have a lot of goals, have a lot of achievements. It's the way, it's never, and this is the big lie for you. That's the big lie that we believe system relevance is when you have the Oscar, when you have to win, when you are the number one salesperson, then all the sacrifices you made, not taking care of your family, not having fun with your friends, just thinking about work, is never paying off. That's why you have millionaires that kill themselves, because they said, once I'm a million, because humans always strive to do what they want because they are one of one, right? Everybody's said, I'm going to be a leader, going to have a lot of money, have a lot of success, and I finally can do what I want. Yeah, you can do what you want right now. Nobody asks you to do the, just feel it and follow what fulfills you. I'm not saying don't work. I'm not saying don't be a help to any, but what fulfills you? I know this car person. He has a big car fix shop. He got it from his dad, and but the only thing he loved was 20%, and 20% of the shop was just handling the motor, working on the motor. Now, I told him, I said, 80% you hate bills, doing the thing. You hate 80% of the car shop. And you were lucky you got that from your parents, right? But why don't you, this is updating, this is human-centric updating. You slowly say, okay, you give up stuff and you focus on motors and expand the motor work. Do more motor marketing, the motor work. Marketing, if you can do, I can do 8 hours through working on motors, then that's your fulfillment. You should do that. And fulfillment is very magical because it is for all individuals, the feedback loop, you're on the right track. You're on the right path. You're not, you're supposed to be a ballet dancer, but you are a carpenter. No, it's not like it. It's you are on the right track, whatever it is, and that's 100%, 100% for everyone. Once you follow for 50 years, I did always what society says, what system relevance says, and this is what I found out, and I got, I worked with Robert Evans. I was the arts commissioner of a very rich country, and all this stuff. But it didn't satisfy me. Because it's the big lie. Once your whole life is okay when you reach that. And that is the biggest lie. Because when you reach that, you should have that. And then when you reach it, it's the icing on the cake. When you get a lot of money for this, that's the icing on the cake. That's why people say, oh, I need a lot of money to start this business. No, you do what you like first, because it's more important than money is to do what you really fulfills you, like working on motors, right? And then build that up. And if you you work in an antiquated system that you either inherited or you haven't, and it really got you, it's not funny anymore. It's not enough. then either sell the business and buy another, or update that to something, find anything in a business that you love and build that, grow that, and let the other things go. Well, you say we don't do before we did car washes, we don't do car washes anymore. We just do motorworks, and people understand that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. But then, say for example, like you said, like my job is to fix people's cars and to
Yeah.
make sure that they're ready to get on the road.
Yeah.
Here I am during the day working on fixing people's, cars, and I'm
Yeah.
doing a pretty damn good job at it. And I
Yeah.
get paid a big fat check. Then I
Yeah.
come home, I'm not happy, I'm not fulfilled, I'm not enjoying my family life.
Yeah.
How do I then, I don't know, use our like with this conversation? How do I use our conversation, human centricity in the new world? How do I use this new way of looking at things? How do I use this and be fulfilled in my family,
Yeah.
and have the same fulfillment, have the same joy
Yeah.
as the one I derived from being at work?
Yeah, because by nature you're one of one, and if life is finding why you are one of one and how that looks, nature doesn't make mistakes. So when you are system, that's why I say the understanding of system relevance. I like let's take the example that you say. You have a great job, you do a great job, you get paid. And it's not even dependent. You can do a good job and not get paid, and you can do a shitty job and get paid. So basically, your income comes from that. And if you don't love it, if you don't fulfill the work there, if you have fun at work, if you're fun with your job, and with your job shouldn't be a system relevant job. Your job should be a contribution to humanity. And when your job is a human contribution, even with motor can be, if you like just a motor in the thing, then you will come home happy because you're not exhausted. What exhausts you is the generalization. When I have to adapt to you, not adapting. I'm adapting right now. You and I adapting because we couldn't talk if we don't adapt. And there's 8 billion people, but we can talk to 8 billion people if they speak English, and we can dance with them. But so when you have a job or a business and you don't are fulfilled, you're losing and everybody else loses. It doesn't matter if it makes you money. You're losing. Ultimately, you're losing because when you're dying, I said, what did you do? I said, I was miserable 90% of my time to just survive and come home. And then I beat my wife and children because I was so frustrated. Everybody loses, not only you, everybody else. So that's why it's so important to dance with humans and not believe in systemic is linear. There's the CEO, there's all these people, and the top doesn't know what the bottom does. So when you do in a shoe company, that the CEO of a shoe company doesn't know that the person in the bottom is going to get fired because he couldn't put the sole on right. But he would have been upgraded for something else that fulfilled him. But we just throw him out, and that's not human. That's not horizontal. And I'm not saying you have to save anybody. This is not saving. It's dancing. Ofentse, I see you're not happy. Why you're not happy, Ofentse? Why? Tell me. I see, all of a sudden you do, instead of 10 shoes, you only do 2. What happened? This the second superpower is conversation, is the dance. And when you talk to a person, that's the human-centric way. If he says he doesn't want to work for him, then then work for somebody else, or I help you find another job. If there's no job in this company, I think a friend has a bicycle shop. You could work for him. See, and it's so quick. It's not like hours and hours and no, you just talk to him, because forcing something all the time, having a new person getting you a job, teaching that, you're not winning. Nobody wins. It's the best is to dance with all. And I'm a leader, a natural leader. So, and I didn't never study leadership. And when I heard all the leaders, the top leadership, I said, I can't believe it. Because what the leader is not the CEO on top. The leader in wolves, you know, where wolves are, they walk in the back. They make sure, and then I got the metaphor. It's, you know, when you spin the plates, the Chinese, you know, spinning all the plates on a stick. The leader is that every plate is spinning. That's what a leader is. It's not the saying, oh, I want to get the red, only the red plates. I don't care about the green ones. A leader is making all the 10 plates spinning and not letting them fall down. That's what a leader is. And then you have horizontal. And then you don't use Ofentse because he's bad in washing cars. You use Ofentse in fixing a carburetor because he's better in the carburetor. Why would I let you wash the cars when you can't do it? There's Frank. Frank can do the cars much better than you. Everybody's unique. See this, the human-centric looking of everybody is unique. And let's find what he's good at or better at the other. And what has more fun for him, because the fulfillment will tell you that he's better in that, because he can do it in nonstop. So if you want to do love carburetors, and I say, then you got to wash the cars. Yeah, you can wash it one time, but I'm saying if I push you in the car washing thing, I have bad washed cars, and I don't have as good carburetors because you are expert in carburetors. You love carburetors. So why would I not think, okay, Ofentse is unique. I'm taking him, and this is the human-centric thinking and the solution of our issues, because we can't generalize humans, not in race, sex, gender. We got to get the best. If a woman is good in carburetors, I'm gonna, if in my company, if the woman is better in carburetors than any of the guys, I'm using the woman, even if she's from another race. I never would. I say, this is you are one of one. You're good in carburetor. That's what I use. And I look at every woman like that. Not you come and say, I have a degree from this. Doesn't mean anything. If you can't work with anybody, you can have Harvard, Yale, and Columbia. You have all 3 degrees. And if you cannot dance with human, you have 0 value. 0. So
yeah, you know what? As much as I'm enjoying this conversation, this was just an introductory episode on human centricity in the near world. And so if you're in the audience and you're enjoying this, you're having an awesome time, listening to Michael teach us, and also just share with us his wisdom and this, human-centric, ways of doing things, which I think if you have been listening, is quite fulfilling. And that is why we want to bring this to you guys. That we want you to enjoy your time, in this world, because we are not guaranteed to live a million years. We're only here for a short time period, and we're going to be given systems to follow and to also be within. But you must always be a human before everything, and that is the reason why we are having this conversation. And I think on a good ending note, Michael, just share with the audience your recent past works and how they can connect with you, and how if they want to live fulfilled life using human centricity, how they can find you, and also how you are able to assist them to adopt this new way of living.
So if you guys have still question, just listen to this episode perhaps twice. Read the stuff we add of Ofentse, and I have decided we got to give you a link where you can get that also written, so you can. Some people are better audio. Everybody's different. Audio, they can listen better. The other people have to see it. The other people have to read it. So we're gonna add that in, and also, if you have any question, send it to Ofentse. And also what you want to see. I want to see what this, and this. So it helps him to build this network. He wants to, we believe firmly that every human is unique and is a genius. And we want to make people aware. But if you are generalized, you can never be aware. So we want to make humans aware, and it's not about against systems. This is not, systems are our artworks, our collective artworks, what we create. You know, a Google, a city, a state. Those are all systems. That's like our artwork, and that's why every country is different. So we experience how to live and exist in system, but one common denominator around the whole world: we are human. And that's why
Yeah.
human centricity is the absolute power. There's nothing higher if we go into vibration. And
Yeah.
you can find me at michaelm.com, which is Michael with two L's, m.com. Very simple, very human centric. Nothing hard to
Yeah.
learn. And all the connections at the end, you can connect with me. Thank you,
Yes.
Ofentse, for having me.
No, you're absolutely welcome. And like you said, that we're trying to build a network here of really talented people, creatively talented people, and also entrepreneurially minded people. And so, if you want to connect with us, if you want to follow our work, just search for Near Breed. Near Breed is just the breed of individuals that are trying to redefine the way things are being done in society, and to help people adopt a better way of living, a better way of doing business, and a better way of conducting oneself in society.
Mhm,
We're going to be
mhm.
doing a lot of episodes with Michael, my good friend here. So expect to see a ton of amazing content from us, and also from the Neo Breed network. And so if you want to follow our work, just search for Neo Breed Marketing Solutions or LinkedIn and everywhere else. We have a couple of networks. We also have an area network that we're still working on establishing. So just bear, in with us, and just be patient with us, because like Michael has said that we need to be patient with each other as we move
And have
along in
fun.
this,
And
and have
have
fun.
fun. If you don't
Yeah,
have fun, nobody wants to watch it. Nobody wants to be serious. And if you don't dance, what are you doing? Another boring thing you're gonna put out? No, we gotta make it alive. We gotta make it alive, artistic, alive, fun,
yeah,
and embracing every human. In
yeah,
that.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. I'm enjoying listening to you, and I hope that our audience can just also, just enjoy, being with us,
Mhm,
enjoy, being with the New Breed family. So thank you so
mhm.
much for your time, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode of Human Centricity in the New World. Thank you so much, Michael, for being with us,
Perfect.
and wish you a good day.
Yeah.
Bye bye, everyone.
You have to stop. Stop. Yeah.
Yeah.